There are kids in this world who are different, special.
In this episode, I'll be breaking down the 32nd episode of Sixpence Season 4, piece by piece. Hello, Review Pop listeners, it's your host, Landon Mueller.
And we are here today to talk about episode 32 of Sixpence Season 4, called Out and In with Lil Bryn, and this episode is very interesting. For starters, we get to hear a lot of perspectives, which GZM absolutely nailed.
There are also a lot of very exciting cliffhangers, which is to be expected.
I love the dynamics between Lil Bryn and Kady, and the acting was phenomenal. Speaking of Lil Bryn, GZM actually posted an interview with the two actresses. I thought it was very clever, and you should definitely check it out.
It's such an interesting role, and I had no idea it was coming.
As for the other characters, James was portrayed so well in this episode. Him and Cyrus have grown so close, which is definitely reflected.
In other GZM news, the first episode of Ice Lions is out everywhere.
Fans will enjoy this show because it's so unique and it's unlike anything we've heard before. Just the fact that the series was recorded in Nairobi, Kenya makes it that much more authentic.
Without further ado, let's get straight into this episode.
Where did you come from?
I don't know. I was on a walk with my mom and dad, and then I was here.
Your mom.
You really are weird.
Anna did such a fantastic job playing a younger Brinley.
I think the fact that she doesn't know how she got there makes it that much more interesting.
Kady's watching everything unfold while Lil Bryn simply doesn't know what to do. In a lot of ways, this is the Brinley we know, but at the same time, she is much younger and is arguably more ruthless. She hasn't yet developed into the person we know she'll become. Also, the music cue adds so much. Think back to season 1. Every time Brinley went on a tangent, we heard this amazing cue.
So I love that it shows up in the scene,
and it helps make crystal clear who Brinley is at this age.
As we'll see, Kady will try her best to navigate the situation, but I guess some things just never change.
Someone's coming.
Brittany Bug, you out here?
Brinley! Honey? Is that Mom and Dad?
Yeah, so many cliffhangers, but I was kind of relieved with the scene.
A wave of emotions must be hitting her because she spent most of her life never seeing her parents together.
This must bring back old memories of her being at home safe with her parents.
But she doesn't have that anymore. Instead, she has Kady, a reminder of life with her parents. Now onto the sci-fi element of the scene. We know she switched places with Lil Bryn similarly to how River and Sam switched places with James and Monica.
It's all a lot to take in, however, I'm sure there's a great explanation.
There you are! Brinley, you get over here this instant! This instant?
You're not my mom.
I can just imagine the emotions running through Brinley.
Keep in mind how young she is, plus the fact that she doesn't know who her parents are.
I think we might come to conclusions about Lil Bryn, but we have to remember how she's being affected through all of this. One moment, everything was fine until she found herself face to face with a girl she's never seen in her life. Underneath her sassy exterior, Brinley does want to help others, and she's really not all that bad.
She's actually great.
I didn't expect to hear Kady taking on the role of a mother, but I find it to be suiting.
She's avoided discussing it with old Brinley,
but now she has an opportunity to learn what a mother is being like.
And also, it's actually starting to come naturally.
You in this closet? Hello? Bryn?
Did you just call me Bryn?
Brinley? You're back!
I think the closet is such a cool setting for this scene to take place, and I can visualize it so well. I'm not sure what it is about the closet, but I guess it does something. Brinley showed up in such a cool way, although we don't know why. I wasn't sure if we were going to see something further with Brinley's parents, but I imagine they'll show up sooner or later.
It was hinted on Rewind that young Joe Pasternak will be in this season, and I look forward to seeing how that pans out.
He's so great.
At this point,
Kady and Brinley have reached a state of not knowing what's real. Everything's happening so fast and all at once, and that has to be hard. I know I've said this a million times before, but they have each other to lean on.
That's the important part.
I'll do a quick download on how to put that baby back in the socket.
Download?
Okay, I'm sorry to report, this is gonna hurt. A lot. But, from what I hear, you deserve it.
You'll notice Jude was confused when Holiday said she would download the information to help him. And I know it seems small, but what if Jude doesn't know as much about Holiday as we thought? Maybe to some extent he doesn't know all the abilities she possesses, and that would actually put her at an advantage.
I think it's best that she can keep things from Jude considering who he truly is and what he can do.
The subtle sound design also really pulls this scene together. It helps you imagine what kind of room the characters are in, and it really sets the mood. And going back to the characters, it's great that Holiday still wants to help Jude even if she's heard negative things about him.
We've always seen Holiday be helpful, which makes her such a great character.
Ivan,
Connecting.
don't let her.
And...
Ivan!
Are you kidding me right now? Jude? You're Dr. Whittier?
Midway through the scene, I knew that was coming, but it was revealed in such a great fashion. And it's interesting because I expected the Andrews to find out the truth much later in the season.
But regardless, this shakes everything up.
Jude has done everything he can to conceal his identity, and I'm not sure what he's gonna do now that it's out in the open. Although Holiday and Ivan are the only two people who really know.
And I imagine Holiday will not have a positive reaction.
Dr. Whittier caused so much pain and even suffering to both her and her family.
And she didn't think she would have to deal with him again.
Maybe she'll try and give him a second chance, but I'm not so sure. Now for my prediction. I think Jude has some sort of backup plan, and one way or another, he's not gonna let Holiday leave Whittier Corp.
Pretty much.
You sound like you don't believe her, Dad.
Well, I'm sure it works on people with weak minds, but not everyone is susceptible to the power of suggestion.
I don't know about that.
There are so many things that are just perfect about this scene.
On GZM Rewind, Dave mentioned that there are going to be some really great James scenes this season. I mean, with the dad jokes and Jimmy and the Badge, they've done such a great job with James. He's certainly become one of the most beloved characters in all of 6 Minutes. On a more related note, I think it's great that Angel didn't argue with James, instead agreeing to prove him wrong. I think with every episode, Angel is becoming even more of a prominent character.
I expect a lot of things to come our way.
I also think the music cue was interesting. I love hearing cues that haven't been used before, and this one is certainly special.
It brings a sense of fun to the scene.
You can stop now.
Let's never speak of this again.
No objection here.
Clearly, I owe you an apology, Angel.
It's okay.
I think it's so comforting to know that even after being second-guessed by James, Angel doesn't get upset.
I'm sure there are many people in her life who judged her or looked down upon her, but she still tries her best. And for so long, she thought she was helping the world by giving up her powers. Now she's reached a stage of not caring anymore. Dr. Whittier's intentions are that much more clear, so I think it's great that she gets to joke around and have fun with James and Cyrus.
And they'll definitely make a great team.
I also enjoyed James's singing. It was so unexpected and so great. Even in a time of uncertainty, they know how to lighten the mood, and they're growing closer together through such a tough experience.
But of course, laughing along the way.
Angel? I don't know. Fist bump?
What's a fist bump?
Never mind. Good luck. Sai, look out for your mom.
Love you, Dad.
Love you too. Go get him.
You know, this reminds me of when Cyrus went to intern at Whittier Corp. His dad thought he was entering the belly of the beast, but it turned out to be a good thing.
6 Minutes would have turned out much differently if Cyrus never went to work there.
Similarly, the decision he's making right now might be for the better. He needs to restore balance in the timelines while returning home to the rest of his family. And speaking of returning home, I wonder if Brinley still has the time phone. In order for everything to work out, people in the past and present are going to have to communicate. As I said before, this device is vital and could be the difference between making it home and not.
There's so much that could happen in the next few episodes, and I'm very excited.
My name is Dr. Monica Purcell. I'm a genetic scientist, and I believe we can help each other.
What a cool cliffhanger, and once again we hear her full name. I think that's so exciting, and I'm trying my best to predict what she's going to do. She's definitely making a difficult decision in trying to work with Whittier, a decision that could have serious consequences if she doesn't handle it correctly. Either way, we're going to see something unexpected unfold. It must feel like it's been forever since she's worked with Dr. Whittier, and I can't imagine she's looking forward to it, though she will try her best.
Now for my prediction.
I think Monica and Dr. Whittier will make progress for a while, but eventually he will find out who she truly is.
And I don't think he'll be too happy about that. Until next time, this is Landon saying peace, love, and time travel.